Spring game in the books, spring practice wrapping up. How did you feel like things went tonight?
I was very pleased with tonight. You know, it's really one of my favorite. The spring game is one of my favorite things because I love having the former players back, and that's been a big emphasis of myself and our staff is try to reconnect with our former players. And you know, we had a great turnout last year. We had a great turnout of former players this year, and having them come out around our huddle at the end is awesome. Our newcomers that we've signed, we brought those guys. You know, they all came in town, or a lot of them came in to see the spring game tonight. So we kind of got our newcomers, we've got our old timers here, and then we got our current players. It's really a special night.
Shannon Fain had a couple big plays early with an interception and a fumble recovery, and then offensively, Bailey Fisher, Andrew Goldsmith, and DJ Gist did their jobs.
Absolutely, and it's kind of what we've talked about all spring, Thomas. We said offensively we want to see some big plays, and we've been seeing some big plays all spring. Darius Stafford's made some big plays. David Gist, Andrew Goldsmith, Bailey Fisher's been outstanding. You know, we've had a lot of guys make some big plays. Austin Hicks we held for the scrimmage tonight, but has made some big plays during the spring. And then defensively, turnovers. Can we call some turnovers? Can we create some excitement on the defensive side of the ball? We did that tonight. We've done that in every scrimmage where we've, you know, had interceptions, interception returns, calls fumbles, picked up a fumble, you know, make something happen. And so that's been a positive to see that there's been some plays made on both sides of the ball.
A lot of big hits tonight.
Yes.
Guys to put, I think they learned from Saturday scrimmage and kind of learned to put the aggression between the whistles.
Absolutely. And what you do after the whistle, you don't get any points for that, nothing for that. All you do is get flags for that. And our guys really flew around. I thought they were playing hard. They were getting after it. It was very competitive. And it was good to see that tonight. I thought we ran to the ball well. There was some good pursuit. You know, some nice pressures on the quarterback. I also thought our quarterbacks did a nice job of moving around and making some plays. So, you know, really on both sides of the ball, I was pleased with the intensity of the scrimmage.
Looking around out here, great alumni turnout tonight, and that's what makes the spring game for Tech football so exciting.
Oh, it's awesome. I mean, that was, like I said, a big emphasis to bring those guys back and having those guys here and hearing them over on the sideline, you know, cutting up and that kind of thing. It's awesome having them back. I mean, it really is, and we're going to continue to build on that. We're excited about that, having these guys back for a golf tournament in the summer. You know, I'm looking for that, but I wanted a spring event as well. I wanted one that we could get some guys back more than just one time a year. You know, maybe get them in the spring, get them in the summer, and then during homecoming or something like that during the fall. But, you know, nice turnout tonight. And then parents of our current players had an opportunity, you know, to come out. And being on a Friday night, we caught some great weather. And so, you know, we really had an excellent 15 days of spring.
Now that the spring game's in the books, what's next?
Well, evaluate this. Make sure we evaluate our spring, you know, all of our personnel, all of our players. Make sure that we evaluate our schemes. You know, where are we at? And some things, obviously, you try in the spring that you want to evaluate and see if you want to carry it in the fall or not. There was some of it that I like. Some of it we may decide not to do or tweak it a little bit. And then the next thing is recruit. You know, my job, I'm some of the guys on the road recruiting. Our guys will be out April and May recruiting the class of 2020. Myself and Coach P will be here making sure our guys are going to class, taking exams, you know, all that kind of good stuff. A lot of community service stuff we'll do here the last, 3 weeks. We'll be weight room, community service, taking care of our academics, and then our assistant coaches will be on the road recruiting. So, and then we're into the camp season, and then we'll be into having all of our guys in July to get ready for fall camp.
And July and August will come here before it gets it.
Gosh, I'm trying not to think about that right now. Just getting done with spring practice, but it does get here pretty. They seem. I know the longer. This will be my 31st year, and they seem to come quicker every year.
So, what goals do you have for the team getting into that point?
Well, I mean, we want to be better. You know, we want to be as good as we can be. You know, I mean, and right now, until we start doing things as good as we can do them, you know, what is that? I mean, let's really find out what that is. How good can our football team be? But it's all about us. You know, it's really not our opponents or anything else. It's how good can the Golden Eagles get and what can we be? We understand that just due to past history, one example we've been using with our guys, you know, rear view mirror is really small and the windshield's really big. So we're not going to spend a whole lot of time looking in the rearview mirror. The reality is we're probably going to be picked last again. You know, in the OVC media days in July, I'm already got my questions ready to answer that, you know, because, I mean, that's just happening, you know. But that's, again, those are people that aren't in our weight room. They're not in our locker room. They're not out here at spring practice, and we understand that. But, you know, our football team is we want to be as good as we can be, and we want to get as prepared as we can get for our first football game against Sanford.
Thanks, Coach.
All right.